Back with my buddy Ben Stein, Charles Payne. We got Dagen McDowell with us, and we're all focused now on Jeb Bush jumping ugly with Donald Trump. Donald Trump immediately jumping ugly with Jeb Bush. Wow, here we go. I mean, the nasty race is on, Dagen.
It is. Jeb Bush had to do something, and Jeb's getting creative. I'm going to point to, he tweeted about this, and on the Jeb Bush website.
This Twitter thing is going to be big, by the way.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
So he tweeted this, and there is a BuzzFeed-like quiz that you can take on his website. It's like, would you rather support a candidate to, and you pick one. But my favorite one is, would you rather support a candidate who strives to shake every hand everywhere, or is a germaphobe when it comes to shaking hands? Those were the two.
Oh,
so he's getting down and dirty. And by the way, Donald Trump used to be a germaphobe, that he didn't.
Yes, but he does shake hands now. But the thing that I admired about Trump and all of this was he didn't let a nanosecond go by without responding nasty to that, which tells me that his campaign has a sort of an operation in place here that will not waste time dealing with this sort of stuff.
Something tells me they've got a quiver full of these things ready to go.
Absolutely.
I don't know that they're necessarily counterpunching, except they're just saying, okay, bring one out. You know, they've probably got a whole arsenal ready to go. But listen, they're playing a game that Donald Trump created. He brought this to the game. This is not politics as usual. This is Donald Trump's playground. So Jeb and all these other guys better be careful. They've already said some weird things, right? Jeb trying to explain the anchor baby thing, brought in the Asians. Now Walker's associated with building a wall with Canada. They all kind of look a little bit dumb right now, trying to play the Trump game.
All right, but they obviously feel that he's sucking all the oxygen out of the proverbial room. And I guess, Ben Stein, they feel compelled to play that game because he's going after them. He's the leader. He's not losing that lead, so they're going to really up the ante. What do you make of it?
Well, I make of it the fact that, that Mr. Trump is a serious candidate for the Republican nomination, is so stupendously, incredibly idiotic. I can't even get my hands around it or my head around it. This is a man with no experience in government, a man who's been sued sued himself into bankruptcy over and over again, who does not have the world's best reputation in any area that I can think of. Why on earth would we be considering him as a serious presidential candidate?
Republicans are. For the time being in the polls, they are.
I can't believe. I know they are, and it's horrifying me. I don't know what else to say. I'm not a billionaire. I can't put up billions to fight him. I can just say I'm horrified.
All right, so I'll put you down as a maybe on Trump. So, Dagen, on this, do you think that this is just going to lead to fratricide in the Republican Party, regardless of any opinion on any of these candidates? What do you think?
Yes, I want Trump's slogan to be, I'm rubber, you're glue, your words bounce off me and stick to you.
And they do. In the polls, they do.
I can't wait until Carly Fiorina gets on the stage with him. And if he just how she handles them, the words that she chooses, and if he goes after her directly, because again, it's very different going after a woman on Twitter. But when you start getting ugly, jumping ugly with somebody on stage,
like guests have done with you and rued the day. Right?
Yeah, you actually don't even need to jump ugly. You just
you just look at the cross.
You give bad investment advice to an individual investor, and I am showing up at your house with a baseball bat.
You're that way if your husband refuses to put cream in your coffee. It's a long day. Charles, what happens?
Yeah, all right, listen, have you seen recent pictures of Kobani? After the Kurds fought off ISIS, they won rubble. It's a rubble. It looked like a nuke blew up there.
That's right.
That could be a possibility, or it could be one of these things where I got to tell you something. My son is going to vote for the very first time. Initially, I thought I was going to have a chance to interview Trump today. It's going to happen soon. He said, I need you to do two things for me when you see Donald Trump. A, tell him I love him, and B, tell him I need his phone number. I want to talk to him.
Really?
Yes.
Did he mention Ben Stein?
No, but he loves Ben Stein. We actually had lunch with Ben Stein, and he was very nice, and my son loves Ben Stein as well. But I
he likes Trump more.
These young kids are energized by Trump's and this belligerence.
See, and I don't think Ben gets it. Ben, I agree with you. There are a lot of people say, wait a minute, how can this guy be doing what he's doing, be polling how he's polling? But his positives are up, his negatives are down. He defies almost all political convention lore. What do you make of that?
I think it's terrifying, and I agree. The numbers are the numbers. He's doing very well. I agree. His message is getting across. I agree. People want a tough guy. They want, as we Jews say, a starker. But this guy has no experience. He does not have the best reputation for honesty and ethics. He's not the guy.
But what about experience? You mentioned political experience. What's wrong with business experience? What's wrong with being a billionaire? Whatever you think of the way he got his billions.
What's wrong with it is that government is a huge, gigantic enterprise, and it takes experience to run it. It's not something you can just walk into and run. I mean, even Dwight Eisenhower, who was a true genius and an amazing man in terms of organization, had trouble learning the ropes in government. It's not going to be easy for Mr. Trump. We need somebody with experience.
Fair enough, but think about it, Dagen. Carly and Ben Carson also in that huddled in that top 3 in Iowa. There must be something going on.
They shouldn't be there either.
Yeah, the American people hate politicians and they hate the media, and Donald Trump's going after both of them. We're going
except for Fox.
Yes.
Well, he's
Thank you.
well, you know, he goes after the
They
media.
kvetch about. Is it kvetch?
But you know what? He's Buford Pusser. We're gonna. People are getting behind Buford Pusser with the big stick.
You agree with that?
Right now, absolutely.
Okay.
Do you
Who's
even
going to
know
argue
who
with
Buford
Dagen?
Pusser is?
I do.
Okay.
Buford,
Yeah.
is it Buford T?
Buford Pusser of
Look at the
Walking
time,
Tall.
guys.
Yeah.
Look at the time.
Buford
Hey, we
T.
filled in for
Rally
you.
continues.
You filled in for you.